This week's episode is sponsored by Helio Gas Detection.
Surprise how we got here. It's like fishing for tickets with angry days. It's probably time you ain't fucking here.
Hey everybody, this is Richie from the Metal Cell podcast. We've got a special one tonight. I've got Roni from Words That Burn, Gav from Survivalist, and Pete from LaVein all joining me tonight. And it's all about their gig on the 18th of October in the Academy too. So great opportunity to catch up with the lads. First of all, talk about the gig, and also hopefully they'll be able to shed some light on what they've been up to over the last few months with their bands. And so I'm going to be mining for information tonight, lads. So despite other band members not being here, one of you might let something slip that you're not supposed to, which would be great. I'd really enjoy that.
I'm under strict instructions to say as little as possible.
Oh, sure, for fuck's sake. There's always one or two there. Anyway, great to have you on, lads. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, good to be here, mate. Good to see you again. Looking well.
Yeah, cheers, lads. I'm really looking forward to this. This is something different for change. So, right, how did this gig come about? First of all, maybe Roni, do you want to take that?
So I suppose in a nutshell, when we were supporting a trio in the Academy, we were sitting in the green room, and I said to the lads, wouldn't it just be a laugh if we could organize our own gig in the Academy, like fucking in a year's time or whenever it was, you know? And we knew that the guys, the Survivalists, were supporting them in Belfast the next night. So it was kind of like, if we're doing it, we'll ask the boys.
Okay.
You know, and then we were talking about support, and unanimously we agreed on LaVein. So that's in a very, very short synopsis. That's how we came up.
And trying to secure a venue like that, then, is that a bit of a hassle, or?
So I've been talking to Fergal in DME and MCD pretty much since November last year.
Okay.
So he was all for it from day one. Like, I mean, it was always a go. It was just a matter of securing a date, because obviously they would have their calendar kind of blocked out for a certain portion of the year.
Yeah.
So we had a date originally booked, and then it got moved through to cross bookings, and then so it ended up here. But like, he's been in contact with me pretty much on a weekly basis leading up to now.
Okay. So you're the point man as such, Roni.
Well, with Fergal, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Now, have you ever played Academy before in any way or shape or form, Gav or Pete, in support slots?
No.
Yeah, we support. We supported Earn back at the start of May in the Academy there. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a lovely little venue down there. It's it's just really nice. It's compact. The bars in the room, Sweden stays there. And the sound's actually fucking unreal. So.
So,
yeah,
like,
not at all, Richie.
That's a big one now, Gav, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we've played a couple of venues, obviously, across the border. We've played in Dublin, Fibbers. We've only ever played there. And Waylands, actually, we played a gig in Waylands a good while ago. And we're really looking forward to it. It's obviously going to be the biggest venue outside of like Siege that we've played. So, it'll be good. Yeah.
Although sure you probably played Voodoo and Limelight a rake of times anyway. But what's the nearest to Academy, Gav, up there? Limelight.
It would be the Limelight. We've played the Limelight a handful of times. We played bigger stages and stuff, so we won't be out of our depth, but we're really, really looking forward to it. I'm really thankful for the work that Roni's put in as well. He's obviously done a lot of back and forth with Fergal. And obviously with LaVein as well. So Roni's been the point of contact for pretty much all of us. And yeah, thanks very much, mate, for sorting this all out and having us on board as well.
Don't say that just yet. It might go tits up.
Won't, man. It'll be fine.
We've all got our heads screwed on, and Ronnie's done a fantastic job. So I think it's going to be a very good. There's still tickets left, so it'll be good for people.
Yeah, so those that are watching or listening, get on it, lads. If you're up around that area, be sure to it's a fucking great lineup. Like, I mean, 3 fantastic bands on top of their game at their moment.
I should also mention as well that, like, you know, Gav suggested to me about bringing in Fuego Fatal as well for in between the bands. Gav, I don't want to overspeak here, but they were playing with the guys in Belfast, and they apparently put on an amazing show. They kept the crowd kind of like really entertained between the bands. So Gav suggested the same thing to do the same thing in Dublin, and yeah, the guys had no problem with it, as in Fergal or any of the organizers. So we should mention that, like, you know, they're going to be keeping it nice and spicy between the bands.
Yeah. So tell us about that, Gav.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I didn't think of even inviting. We maybe should have one of the girls on. So we have built a pretty good relationship with Fuego just from the charity event that we had back in August. We raised £1,200 for all the hate crimes and shit that have been happening around Ireland, because there's a load of bigots that live in this fucking country and a bunch of dickheads. So we raised the £1,200. Fuego Fatal helped us do that. And we had a fantastic night. And like Ronnie said, it really helped with engagement. And I think big problem with some metal bands and some metal gigs is that you get 20-minute changeovers between the bands, and there's fuck all for the crowd to do. So they go into a smoking area, they sit and chill with their friends, which isn't a problem, but it's shit for the next band who comes on stage. So hopefully having a bit of spice, like Ronnie said, in between each act, and having a reason to stay in that room will keep people in the ground and give every single band the opportunity to play to the crowd that they deserve.
Okay, so I've looked them up and I know what they're about. So Gav, maybe just give an idea of what Fuego are about then.
Yeah, so Fuego Fatal are performers. They are entertainment. They do things from likes of pole dancing to aerial hoop to fire eating to swallowing swords. These women are super professional, and they can do some stuff that will blow your mind in terms of like physicality, athleticism. Yeah, they're just incredible.
Yeah, I was watching the sword swallowing thing, man. I had to turn it off. I was fucking.
I'll give you acid reflux.
You know, it's kind of, people are into that side of things, you know, Jim Rose side circus and stuff like that. I'll only go to a point and then go, oh God, no. But like, they do DJ set as well, is it? That part of it as well, or do they play music in between it or something?
No, we had a DJ at the charity event. So we had our friend Evan. He DJs under 24 Evan.
Okay.
We had him up to do some tunes and stuff in between. He did some cool hip hop stuff in between the metal, which was kind of like the theme we were going for. Was a bit of a mixture of everything. We had indie bands on and stuff. So yeah. No, they'll dance to tracks that they send over to.
Okay. So there will be music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not just dancing in silence.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, there has to be something. There has to be something. Everybody home together.
It's karaoke. They dance over karaoke.
I mean, that could be a kind of high art thing, to be fair.
Yeah.
It could be. Have you seen any of it yet, Pete? No?
No, only what's on Instagram, to be honest. And I just hope I'm not dragged into it, because at 38 years of age, my body can't do it. So.
Yeah, and so what was that, Roni?
He's 38. He's a spring chicken.
For fuck's sake.
Compared to the rest of the lads, I'm basically fucking heading to the funeral home. So
sounds like it.
I'm the oldest as well. I'm the fucking in my band, so it's all good.
Now, right. One other thing there. Okay, so I've been to Academy rake of time. So Academy 2, I don't think I've ever been there. Is that upstairs, is it?
No,
or is it downstairs?
So,
what is Academy 2?
So obviously you've got the big room upstairs, the Academy. Then you have the green room, and then you have the Academy 2. And I've never been in the Academy 2 myself.
Okay.
The Academy 2 is a lot of band, like, the kind of, at least it used to be, is where all the merch would be.
Is
for a
it
lot of acts. So
downstairs,
you know, we
Pete?
got downstairs. Yeah, yeah.
I actually think was I at a gig to see some band downstairs. It's either that or that band Evil. Maybe their merch was downstairs or something.
Could have been. Yeah, I remember years ago. I think this could be kind of post Spirit Days when that was a nightclub. They had Xboxes and stuff down there, and I remember it must have been about 2006 or seven. I was young and naive, and Silosis were supporting Lamb of God, but I decided to play FIFA for the whole of the Silosis set. So, but, so I'm glad they got rid of the Xbox, I guess.
Cheekers. Anything else that people need to know about on the night, Roni?
I think the most important thing is that the doors, I believe, are at 7.
Okay.
You know, so it's an early start, like, you know, and then yeah, I think that's mainly it, like, you know, and that there is tickets still available. There are 2 things that we need to get across.
Okay. Yes. And set lengths then.
So LaVein, I assume all you boys got the memo from MCD.
Yeah, fuck it, Ronnie. Just say it. It's fine.
Yes.
You're all good.
It's like, oh, fuck.
I could see. I was gonna let you sweat a bit longer, and I thought, you know what, this is cruel. I could see the cogs being like, oh shit, am I allowed to say this? Yeah, no, you work away, man.
So LaVein are from 7:30 till 8 o'clock.
Right.
15 changeover. Survivalist from 8:15 till 9, and then 50-minute changeover, and then Where's the Burn from 9:15 till 10 o'clock, and then I think there's a nightclub on afterwards, but it's nothing to do with the gig.
Okay. Jesus, deadly stuff, man.
It's gonna be rapid fire, you know.
Yeah. So out of all the bands, who are going to be debuting new songs?
I think it depends on when the last time anyone's seen us, I think.
Okay.
We started playing a lot of new stuff when we toured the UK this year.
Right.
So we're kind of working on getting them recorded and stuff at the moment. So I think half our set's all new stuff. I think Roni definitely would have heard something in Galway anyway. So
that's great to hear, man.
We'd have a few new bangers.
Brilliant. Because like bands love that as well, man. You know what I mean? It's something to talk about on the way home, you know? Definitely. Mm-hmm. That's great to hear. So you're working away in the background then, Pete, with new material?
Yeah, I think so. Especially after like last year was incredibly busy. I don't think we really gave ourselves time to just decompress and just take a step back. But yeah, we've been kind of working on stuff. It's a lot heavier. It's kind of far less, I suppose, metalcore, and it's a bit different, but it's definitely heavier, and I think people would like it. I hope.
Yes. Okay. And are you going for an EP again?
Yeah. And if it's shite, I don't want to know.
I wasn't going to say it, but
yeah.
No, I'm joking. The last time we played in Galway with LaVein, like, you know, they absolutely fucking smashed it. Smashed it. It was scary going on after them, I have to say.
They have that effect. That you wouldn't be the first one now to fucking say that either, Roni. Gav, you have a new song I heard?
Yeah, we'll be playing a new song from our upcoming album.
Nice.
We're releasing our second album in 2025, and we'll be releasing new music very soon. That is all I can say.
Right.
But yeah, we'll be playing some new music. We want everybody to come down. There's a particular song we're playing which is heavy as fucking balls, and I would like to see somebody put a hole in the wall in the academy to it. So yeah, bring it down, cause some fucking constructive violence, and enjoy the music.
Brilliant. Yeah. So Roni, I know you fucking songs in the background, like you definitely have. Like you've had a fair break now, to be fair.
Oh, we do. We've a bit of stuff going on in the background, music wise. Like I know Shane has a bunch of stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff that we just need to kind of like, I suppose, fine tune a bit.
Okay.
You know, and we definitely have plans to record. Certainly a follow up to Culture. We we're thinking about maybe doing a couple of EPs or a full-length album. But with the amount of material that we have floating around, like I was kind of joking saying doing a double album, so that might be fun.
No.
Do it.
But for this gig, we're actually gonna be doing a couple of like older stuff from like Regrets for the Dead that we
Nice.
haven't played in ages.
Okay.
So the boys are actually practicing tonight to figure
Right.
out the songs because we haven't played them in so long.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of songs that we wanted to bring back into the set for a while. We just said, fuck it, why not now?
Yeah. It's a great fucking excuse. Okay. I'm gonna play a song now, just give everybody a feel of what to expect. It's Survivalist, Great or Negative. That song is fucking insane, man. If that's the way you're going to be going, Gav.
So, obviously, Great or Negative was a very different sound to what we had been putting out before. Now, there's a reason for that, because Great or Negative was the first time that Nick took the full helm. Now, he did write most of Rot as well, but Rot was more of a collaboration between Nick and myself.
Yeah.
But Great or Negative was essentially all Nick. Like, then I came in and added a bit of flavor. We all kind of collaborated on it. Everybody helped with composition. Great or Negative is what people can expect a lot more of on album 2, but we have shifted up a gear because Nick was allowed all of the freedom that he wanted with every song moving forward. Nick wrote some insane shit. Like stuff like Great or Negative doesn't even scratch the surface of some of the stuff that's coming, and
which is crazy considering I know he was on bass. Like obviously there's like you've had a crazy few months, to be fair. Like it's October now, like, and just the amount of touring you did, supports with Suffocation and a few others. You played the UK. It's been full on, and you lost 2 members as well. Like,
yeah, so. Fortunately, we kind of had, like, we obviously knew what was happening. We had time to put things in place and set this up. And if you look at our socials and how we obviously reacted when everything happened, it was very well thought. And there's no bad blood between ourselves or any of the ex-members. It's just, it wasn't right for those guys. They didn't have the time to commit anymore. They had other things, bigger commitments that they needed to stick to, and that's fair. And everybody knows what that's like. It's shit. We were like, everyone in the band was really upset when they left, but the band is the band now, and we are all best mates. We've all been friends since before Lee joined the band. He was friends of the band. He's Reese's best friend in real life. So, and I've been friends with him for about 21, so about 12 years, 13 years now I've known him. So he's a really good dude, so it just made sense. And yeah, we had a really, really turbulent few months there, trying to make it right, the changeover correct, and then obviously sticking to our commitments like Suffocation and Boomtown Festival and stuff like that.
Boomtown, yeah.
Whilst that roller coaster was happening, it was it was mental. We're really, really, really back on our feet now though. Everything is in place behind the scenes. We're probably more together and more of a band and communicating better than we ever have. So yeah, it's cool as shit to see the rest of the guys for a long time. And the guys will vouch for this. It was kind of me handling all of the day-to-day stuff. But because obviously I've taken up positions now with DC Sound Attack and stuff like that, I've been able to delegate a lot of shit to the guys. And the band's moving more fluid now than it ever has done, and more of a collaboration than it's ever felt, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's just interesting as well that you're 4-piece now. And I know you flirted, Roni, with having a second guitarist with Cosmo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the dynamic there with G in Survivalist? Are you going to stay 4-piece for the moment?
We just ripped off Where's the Burn.
No, that's not a good road to go.
we fucked with the idea. We talked about a few different bits and pieces. We thought maybe get another guitarist in. We had some incredible musicians around Ireland reach out, and just I don't want to get into who it was because it's not nice to say that they didn't get the position. But if these guys are listening now, hear it from me. Like, the only reason you didn't get it is because we decided to be a 4-piece. Like, we had some of the fucking best guitarists in Ireland reach out to us to take that position. And we just wanted to keep it us because we're all friends and we've been friends for a long time. And I feel like if we'd have brought somebody else in, it wouldn't have been fair on them almost, because they'd have been coming into this dynamic and they would have had to have been learning everything and everybody's past and all that there sort of stuff. So we made the choice to stick as a 4-piece. We used backing tracks like pretty much every single metal band does in the world now, unless you're a grindcore band or you play out of a basement or an attic, but most people do.
Some bands are just not particularly good at technology, so not because we don't want it.
So they say that the people that use backing tracks are shit.
Yeah, like teaching Locke how to use an 808 was difficult enough, so we left it at that.
Yeah. So yeah, we decided to stay as a 4-piece, and anybody who has seen us as a 4 can vouch for we sound heavier than ever. We've added different layers to stuff. We've made up, and more so for the members that left and stuff. So yeah, it's going really well. Couldn't be happier, to be honest.
Cool. Pete, how important is it with band dynamics? Sometimes, is it worth upsetting the band dynamic for an extra guitar stringer?
I like to think it's like we did a few shows last year as a 4-piece.
Yeah.
But I think because of our sound, I only play a few chords. I'm not the best guitar player in the world, but we found it difficult with just a 4-piece. We felt like we didn't fill it out, and because we don't know, well, not that we don't know, we just don't use backing tracks for whatever reason or whatever. It just didn't feel right. We played a couple of shows in the UK as a 4-piece, and we just decided then that if someone's not available, then we get a substitute in. My mate Jubes, who everyone in the band knew, like, great musician, just jumped in, played a couple of shows with us in Cork and Belfast, and it just, the dynamic didn't change. Everyone knew him. He came in, he was happy. He knew he was just, he was the first car off the lot then, and he still is like our first backup, It's like, say, Kevin De Bruyne is injured, you have fucking Bernardo Silva or something. I'm not saying Jubes is Bernardo Silva in any way, shape, or form, but if if someone's at their Jubes just comes in, he knows the tunes straight up. Like, but yeah, it is. We also changed personnel this year as well. Kyle moved on to guitar. Jamie sadly left, so we had to get a new bass player in. And like that, it's not just about the talent and skill. It's about making sure that the culture and dynamics of the band stay the same within. And Dara, who we got in, is a great guy, unbelievable player, and he just fits our vibe,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jesus, you were lucky with that, really, to have
Oh,
Dara.
absolutely.
Did you look
Absolutely.
for
Like we
many,
were,
or was he a friend of the band's, a friend of members?
we actually just put a few ads up. So we were kind of looking around, seeing who was available. There's a few who could only do it short term. Again, Jubes is going to do a couple of gigs. But we just put an ad up on like Musicians Ireland or something, and we got a couple of bites, and Dara was one of them. And
Okay.
he had his own kind of djenty kind of stuff. Um, and yeah, he came along to practice, and straight away we were like, we gelled. So yeah, there he is.
Mm. So important, though.
For someone to come in, particularly when there's a core dynamic there,
Yeah.
particularly if it's been there for a long time. You know, it can be intimidating, you know, to some people, I suppose, like they mightn't feel like part of the band for a while.
Mm.
So it, like you're unbelievably lucky to get someone in who can just slot in straight away, you know, like, you know, rather than have to go through like, you know, does he like us? Does he fit kind of thing? Like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like when Angel joined us, like I mean, he fit in straight away, and he's a phenomenal guitar player. But obviously, and then as Gav was saying earlier on, sometimes you know, just life, you can't do everything,
Hmm.
you
Mm.
know. But yeah, you were very very lucky. Yeah.
Angela was
Oh,
with
absolutely.
G for how long? Roni, was it like a year and a bit?
It was a year and a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very, very fast year and a bit, like, you know, but yeah, he was there for a year and a bit, and we played some awesome gigs with him, like, so yeah, I think he enjoyed his time there for sure.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So let's look at ye as well. Gav, Survivalist, aren't you're coming to Cork soon, aren't you?
We are indeed, yeah. We are in Cork on the 11th and Galway on the 12th of October.
Nice. It's nice to see some Galway gigs coming around again, isn't it, lads? Jesus, for a while there was nothing.
Yeah, they're doing really, really well. We're obviously working with Absent, who do, you know, nightclub. Uh,
Great gigs.
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody I've heard that's played the shows has had nothing but good things to say about them. Um, the attendance is always really, really good. It's a nice little small basement venue. Fits us really well, you know. Like I
Yeah.
like dirt, I like grit, I like getting into the crowd as well. Like I love playing big stages. Don't get me wrong, but I'm most comfortable whenever I can climb into the middle of a pit and start swinging people around. Like so,
Yeah. Class. So that's Galway and Cork for the moment. You're playing an interesting one, Pete, up in Cavan.
Yeah, same night as Siege, so I
Uh,
expect Siege to be quite empty that night. Um, everyone heading up to the lakes. Yeah,
ba-dum.
Locke was telling us that yeah, it's an incredible venue. It's a great show, so yeah, it's can't wait. It suits Kyle as well because Kyle actually lives in Cavan, so assume
Oh
he'll
yeah,
have
okay.
the whole town out wherever he lives. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. The lineup's unbelievable as well. So yeah, it's a
Slug
cool crack.
headlining
Yeah,
yourselves.
booked
And it's
myself into the Cabin Crystal for the night, so I'll make a weekend of it, you know.
yeah, Sing For Me Fest, I think it's called, is it? No?
Yeah, I think that's the non-metal one. I think the Halloween version of Scream for me.
And
Um,
Scream For Me then. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
So it's good to see a bit of music going on there in Cavan as well.
but there's
Shout out.
definitely sorry, I just about to say, like looking
Yeah,
at Galway and Cavan and stuff, there's definitely a shift now. Like everything's not just Dublin and Cork,
which is
and
great. Yeah.
yeah. So it's actually there's a lot more happening now than I think there was a few years ago. You know.
Yeah, it was Jerry Rogers gave me shout out to Jerry. He gave me the heads up on the Cavan thing, but I was there for fuck's sake the same weekend as Siege, and he goes,
Mm.
I know. As but like people will be traveling down. People will fucking go
Hmm.
to this as well in Cavan, so it's good, you know, to have a bit of variety. Um, but I'd say this is the first one, and hopefully it's a success. You know, looking at the bands that are on it, it should be like.
Yeah, it's a pretty big event and seems well run, well organized, and like, yeah, it's also like a fucking great night for it. So,
Hmm.
you know, if you're around Cavan or wherever else is around there, come along.
Yeah. And Roni, what about G for the rest of the year?
No, we don't have anything lined up now. We did say after we played a few gigs earlier this year that we were not going to actively really go out and organize anything per se because we wanted to
Okay.
kind of spend time doing a bit of writing.
Yeah.
And generally, like if we're going to get together, it's at the weekends because of like jobs and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
we've kind of decided this is going to be the probably our last gig of the year, I'd say.
Right. Okay. Excellent stuff. I'm going to play Cerns there, actually. We'll give people an idea of what to expect. I'll just also talk to you about the current metal scene in Ireland. It's fucking crazy what's coming out at the moment. New bands, left, right, and centre, all producing some amazing EPs, and production is fucking fantastic as well. And if you want to jump in on that one?
It's unreal to see, like, particularly the younger bands coming in, like, and as you said, with something that isn't like a demo done in the bedroom, like what we would have done back when we were recording stuff,
Yeah.
like everybody's just kind of stepping up their game, and you'll see that in the likes of the Metal to the Masses.
Yeah.
And I assume it's the same up in Belfast, Gav. Like the bands that are coming in that this could be their second or third or fourth gig, and they're on the stage just killing it, like.
Yeah, it's mad.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
I think what the big drive is now is that metal is, as you said there, Richie, there's a lot of new bands and they come out all the time that you have to be on your game.
Yeah.
You can't, like, you need to be constantly pushing forward now and constantly progressing, because if you don't, somebody else younger and better and louder and more energy is going to come along and do what you do, but better. So you have to be ahead of the game. There's so many good bands coming from up in Belfast and the surrounding area, in the north and south as well. It's just constantly full of incredible talent. We've obviously played Metal to the Masses. We only did it once, and it was before lockdown, and it was our first gig. But we couldn't recommend it to anybody more. You know what I mean? It obviously puts bands on a platform as well. If you're going to do Metal to the Masses, put you on a platform, gives you hundreds of people to play to. Whether you're going to go and play Bloodstock or not, it's a different question. But yeah. A lot of really, really cool shit coming out. You mentioned the production as well. Obviously, every single person in this interview right now has one thing in common, which is Josh. Josh owns JSR Audio, and to anybody who's in a band who's looking to record and who's watching this right now, get in touch with Josh. He is number one. He's one of the fucking coolest dudes and nicest dudes that I know and have met. But he is also fucking incredible at what he does.
Yeah.
He puts the effort in, and for the work and the ethic that he's had for our second album, like, I have nothing but fucking respect for the guy, and I'm sure Pete and Roni can absolutely.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it is so like, and I think someone like Josh has helped raise that level. Like you're saying,
Yes.
like I remember when we released EP, like people who aren't into what we do or whatever were quite shocked how professional it sounded, and they were expecting it to be recorded on a 4-track in my ma's shed kind of vibe.
Mm.
But like I think Josh has helped elevate that the expectations and the sound. Do you know what I mean? So now everyone knows that they can't fucking half-arse it, that they have to keep going and
Yeah.
trying to, there's a ceiling now that everyone has to try and crash through to
Yes.
become better and better. And you can see that within the scene now, that bands, like, I think it's arguably as strong now as it's ever been. Like there was a few years ago, Red Enemy, Here and There and stuff, but like great bands, don't get me wrong. But now I just think there's a lot more to bands.
Yes.
Especially like you look up it, like we last played Belfast and Grace Execution. I was fucking floored by the fucking unbelievable band.
Yeah.
And then you have bands that sound like Ura and stuff who are just, if it's just makes you so proud that they're actually from this island,
Yeah.
and
100%.
that you're not looking abroad for these bands, that they're actually here and you can go see them 10 minutes from your gaff. So it's actually great, and everyone just gets along. There's no beefs. And in Dublin as well, we have the DHC scene like Bitter Pill and Fluent and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's a great scene as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
so like it is very, very strong at the moment.
Yeah, it is. And especially around the country in general. And a lot of these bands and new bands, like there's no messing about with them either. If you've noticed that, they come on the stage and they're not pissed out of their heads or anything like that. They're there to fucking give it as much as they can and stay around the fucking venue as well afterwards. I think that message got through finally, because there was a lot of shit going on over the last 2 years back, and of bands just coming up playing and fucking off, but I think that message has finally got through. If you're going to fucking play support, you stick around and watch the other bands, so
absolutely.
Yeah. What else now? So the Siege is coming up in October, which is only a few weeks away. Are any of you going to venture down? Obviously, LaVein, they're spoken for.
If I did, I'd probably get divorced because it's my wedding anniversary that weekend.
Fair enough. Gav, anytime you've came down, you've had a fucking brilliant time.
Yeah, holy shit. The last Siege we played the main stage.
That's right, yeah.
The entire room from front. You were there, weren't you, Richie?
Yeah.
That entire room from front of the stage to the very back, and all around the balcony and everything was packed with people. Fucking full wall of death from the front of the stage to the very back of the room was fucking insane. Yeah, Siege does it. They just know what they're fucking doing. John's a legend. The bands are always class. There's always great headliners. There's always great fucking acts on from all around Ireland and across the water as well.
Yeah.
I actually got to see. So I mentioned earlier, I work with DC Sound Attack now. I help manage artists and help book tours and book shows and stuff like that now. And one of the artists that we kind of work alongside is Death Collector. Obviously, you've got from Zealot Cult and stuff in there.
Cool.
And from Ashen Crown. I have wanted to see them for fucking ages. Like since I seen them put music out and I seen the caliber of the musicians that were going to be in that band, I had a hard on for it. Like I needed to see this shit. And then playing the same stage as them at Siege, I got to play our show nice and early, go and get pissed, get a round of pints in me, and then come back and watch Death Collector. And it was the highlight for that Siege for me. But yeah, fucking Siege is unreal. I would play it any time we're offered.
Yeah, and again, like shout out to John and Kieran, because I mean they give so many new bands chances as well,
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's an incredible setup. Like I just wish there was an equivalent in Dublin, or it's like the fact that they do that limit. It's just the setup is incredible. The way all 3 stages work, the place is absolutely rammed.
It is,
and everyone's just like, it's just a great atmosphere. Like. We played at 6 o'clock in the Casbah stage last year, where they opened the band that stage, and I was like, oh, bollocks, because I think
I remember actually, yeah, you were in the Casbah. Sure, that was fucking crazy, man. I managed to get
I
two or
think
three pictures off, and then it was just fucking get involved in the
yeah,
mayhem.
I think God Alone were on the main stage before us, and I was like, right, that's us done so. But no, the place just fucking went wild. It was probably bar the Metal to the Masses show, maybe my favorite show. It was just phenomenal. It's just the atmosphere is great. Everyone's just there. Everyone knows what they're there for, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's just fucking. If I wasn't in cabin, I'd be down there. I'd be back in the travel lodge.
Okay, I'm gonna play a LaVein song, and we'll start winding it down then.
Follows me around, but now I'm beginning to learn to build a fucking dam. I look at you on the shoreline, free to beautiful. Someday I know I'll be like you. I'm tired of wanting a past. I'm getting closer, getting to the shore. Your balls that drag me under, your strength to move me on. If I'm going to drown, don't go in the water. If I'm going to drown, just stay at the shore. I'm getting closer, getting to the shore. Your balls that drag me under, your strength to move me on. I know what to do with this anguish. There's no pain left for me. I know what to do with this anguish. There's no pain left for me.
Oh, spicy, man. Yes, indeed. Like I was just thinking there, like when I go on Spotify, I don't bother fucking listening to any real American bands or you know, it's all fucking Irish and UK. I mean, it's like I'm not fucking saying it just for the fucking sake of the podcast, but it's fucking true, man. Idle Discourse. I've just been fucking dancing around to Idle Discourse for the last 2 weeks, like just going and then
Yes,
moving. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's another variant of metal that they're doing with just fucking C High just killing it like on vocals.
Yeah, his lyric writing is just amazing.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. Like, I mean, something that, like, you know, the three of us, like, you know, are all very, very proud of in our own bands. But like how he kind of like rhymes words and shapes words and sentences and stuff, I think is just fucking amazing. I think he's
Yeah.
really good. Really good guy as well. I really like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, love the lads. Yeah.
They're fantastic. We played with them earlier on in the year in Fibbers, and they were fucking class. That was the first time I'd seen them, and the first time we played with them, and I obviously knew what to expect. I'd seen their videos, I'd seen their sound, and
Yeah.
they were loads of energy. Really fucking straight up guys as well. Like nice dudes to work with, no fucking hassle. Yeah, my kind of dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. So just Pete, in relation to LaVein, sound wise, can we expect you to go heavier or are you going to?
I think we're definitely, I think like moving away from that. Like to me, listen back to Don't Go in the Water there. It's like,
Yeah.
I think we owe Lamb of God a sandwich or two. But I think I think we're definitely going a lot heavier. We've been listening to a lot of, you know, Will Putney stuff, a lot of Not Loose, a lot of End,
Yes.
just really discordant, heavier, bit more technical kind of stuff. So and I've a naturally higher register when I scream, so I've been kind of trying to get lower and stuff. So yeah, no, I think it definitely is a lot heavier, a lot harsher. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a big shout out to Worn Out as well. That fucking EP. Oh, fucking
Oh,
hell.
it's incredible.
Yeah. there's a band now that's just fucking even going more extreme when, you know, which I greatly admire them for. Gav, I know you're very close to the lads.
Yeah, fuck. I love Evan. I love the guys in Worn Out there. They're just fucking. They do it better, don't they? They're just heavy as shit. They get the crowd going. They do like exactly what a fucking band should do. You go, you know, when you're paying money to go to a Worn Out gig, you're gonna get some good fucking shit there. You're gonna get sweat, blood, and probably fucking piss.
Yeah.
Like it's just heavy as shit, man. And yeah, the new EP, absolutely fantastic. I've listened to it a few times, from start to finish as well. You can tell that they're trying to progress as well, and that they've done something new, and they've developed on what was already fucking class. They've just made it sound bigger and more full and more professional than it ever has been. And yeah, I love the guys.
Yeah, it is. It's raising the bar, isn't it? Again, Ronnie, for.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, they kind of hit the ground running with that with the new EP, and I think Gav said it there. Like, I mean, they took what they had and just expanded on it, like, you know, in a much more, I think, powerful way.
Yeah,
it's incredible. And like, as a live band, they're phenomenal. Like, I remember as pissed one night asking Xander for frontman lessons because the lad's just he exudes his confidence that I just don't have on stage. Like, they're just a phenomenal live band.
Yeah.
And like, they transferred that onto new EP, and it's just so fucking good.
They did, yeah. I just get stressed over Xander now at this stage. You know, all it takes is just for the crowd to part, and he's fucking mush. You know, it's just like But yeah, don't ever change, Worn Out. So lads, that's it. Let's revisit again. Ronnie, I'll leave it over to you.
So we may be working on a guest appearance from a Z-lister. So watch this space.
Z-lister, okay. That's there you
and
go.
He'll be happy with it, with being a Z-lister. So
Henry Katona.
Pete, does he play guitar? That's all I want to know.
No.
Oh well, okay, fair enough. Go on, Ronnie. Over to you again. Sell it, man.
Yeah,
Sell the dream.
Where's the Burn Survivalist double headliner with very special guests LaVein and Fugo Fatal. Academy, Friday the 18th of October, 7 p.m. Tickets still available now. Please go get them. Let's pack this shit out.
Yes.
And fucking wreck the place. Tear them a new one.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. It's a fantastic bill. Full on. And as Gav said, Fuego will be doing the entertainment between the bands, which is fucking going to be class also. So you've no excuses. Should be great fun. And congratulations on fucking organising it, Roni. It's a great idea, and what a lineup, and respect to everybody that's playing and those that are attending too.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, cheers lads. You've been listening to Pete, Gav and Roni for the show, and make sure you definitely check it out in Dublin on the 18th. So that's it, lads, and crucially, support your local bands.